FragPunk is right around the corner, and last week we got an official release date of March 6, 2025, launching on Series X and S, PS5, and PC. It's a tactical multiplayer shooter that you need to know about, not only because it's unique and distinct with its game-changing card mechanics, but because it feels snappy and incredibly fluid to play. Let me put it this way, it's fast-paced, it's hectic, but most importantly, it's a ton of fun. Now if that sounds interesting to you, let me break it down further on what you can expect. It's a 5v5 hero-based shooter with the main game mode surrounding the classic attack and defend scenario where the attackers have to plant a converter and defend it from the defending team trying to stop it from all happening. A pretty standard fare so far, right? Well, this is where things start to get interesting. In between rounds, teams can spend points to activate things called shark cards, which are randomly drawn on and can literally be game changing or just a small boost. A couple examples I can think off the top of my head is a headshot multiplier for bonus damage, or how about being able to plant the converter anywhere on the map with the side effect of increasing the timer of the explosion. And by the way, when I say anywhere on the map, I mean anywhere. You can plant it right in your spawn. Now that might sound crazy broken, but FragPunk manages to make it feel fair by making sure cards that are crazier tend to cost more to activate, and still make it feel possible to actually win against. After all, your team will have shark cards of their own with just as many crazy possibilities as well. If you want a good idea of what these shark cards can have in store, feel free to check out my other video in the annotation above showcasing all the cards available in the first beta. There are a few other things you need to know, aside from the cards and the heroes each with their own abilities to choose from. Another choice you'll have to make at the start of every round is the guns you plan on playing with in that round. While there's no money system like in other similar games, you are given one copy of every main firearm available. Let's say you use your favorite gun and you die that same round. Well, say goodbye to your favorite gun unless you kill someone else using it and pick it up and take it with you to the next round. Now I should say there is also a vending machine that you could trade the points you use to activate shark cards for a random gun, so if you're feeling lucky, you can do this, but that's ultimately your call to make. And don't get me started on the tiebreaker or duel that ends up happening when you have a tie. It's a series of 1v1s where you can literally be the star of the show and take out the whole enemy team by yourself, or rely on your teammates and hope that they do. It really does create some hype moments, and honestly, after you play it, you'll be wondering why more games don't do this sort of tiebreaker. Now, this is just a quick overview and a bit of hype to talk about since they just announced the release date, so I won't be breaking down all the details on heroes, abilities, cards, and guns here in this video, as I'd rather wait till launch since beta balancing is always subject to change, of course. But if you are interested in that sort of thing, do subscribe as I will be covering it when it drops. A quick other touch point I want to mention here is the visuals. The game does a great job at standing out. There's a ton of detail and flair with cool designs, not to mention the variety of maps that play out and look very different. The colors are vibrant and pop out, not to mention it makes it very easy and clear to see opposing enemies at a moment's notice, and that's super important for games like this. Visual clarity definitely matters a lot, and I feel like they did a great job here. Overall though, I'm just pumped to see this game have a release date. I seriously can't say enough positive about the game. It really is just that good. It hits a very interesting pace of fast yet tactical, and while it is a plant and defend type game, you're not forced to stand still for accuracy. You can run and gun and schmoove your way to victory here. The average round only lasts 2.5 to 3 minutes, and every round having a potential to play out so differently from the last due to shark cards being a thing keeps the gameplay fresh and easy to get into. Also, I gotta give a quick applause to the developers who have done an outstanding job at keeping the community up to date and in touch with the changes and implementations being made based on user feedback. Heck, even just a few days ago they posted over on Reddit talking about user feedback and addressing concerns around things like input-based matchmaking, AI bots for disconnects, and much more. This sort of communication is super important for a game like this, and I hope to see it continue not only toward launch, but past it as well. Either way, that's enough hype for now, but if you're interested in more FragPunk news, be sure to subscribe. I'll be keeping up to date with it as we get closer to launch. I'll be covering it alongside other big multiplayer hits such as Marvel Rivals, Delta Force, and much more. So hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want more like it, and until next time, this has been Cruiser Base, hoping you have a great day and take care.